welcome back to Just See Through TV. And in this episode, we're gonna be talking about how to overcome self-doubt. So how many of you guys have ever had that feeling where some moment comes and you know exactly what you should be doing in that moment, but then you just kind of completely get paralyzed and you just can't bring yourself to take an action? And probably you relate to this, right? Of that feeling where in that moment, you know, okay, this is my moment. This is the time where I'm supposed to do this thing. And that thing can be a lot of different things, right? It could be maybe this is your moment to ask for the sale or ask for that girl or that guy's number, or maybe now is the time to start your own company and you just kind of freeze. And I think in that moment, I think that the reason that we're kind of having that freezing, paralyzed feeling is I think that we're thinking, what if I'm not good enough? What if I do this and I just fail at it? There's a quote that I really love. Maybe you guys have probably heard it before, but it's by Henry David Thoreau. And he says that most men live lives of quiet desperation. And I love this, right? Because I think we all know this feeling of we want to go for something, but we just don't do it and we don't know why, and it drives us crazy, right? It drives us so crazy. I mean, I'm sure this is something that you can relate to because we're human beings and we can all relate to this. But it's so strange because we want what we want and we're experiencing this thing and there's something that's in the way, and it's kind of hard to put our finger on what it is, but we know it's there and we know it's blocking us from experiencing our life the way that we really want to. In Man's Search for Meaning, Viktor Frankl talks about how we don't get to choose our circumstances, but we do get to decide what things mean. I want to show you what I think he means by that and how I think we can put this all together to better overcome the self-doubt that we might be having and really keep going in the direction that we really want to go. All right, let me grab my drawing board over here. All right, so let's say that we're here and let's say the smiley face represents what we want. And this is kind of what self-doubt feels like, right? So we have us, and we know we want to go here, and we know we have something in the way. And so we know we want to go here, but then this is here, and we kind of get paralyzed, right? So this kind of explains visually what seems to be happening. So I think that one of the biggest secrets of dealing with this self-doubt and getting what we want is figuring out, okay, well, how do we get rid of this if we know that we're always gonna have it, right? This is gonna be here. Everybody experiences this, but it's in our way. This is in our way, and that's a problem. So what do we do to somehow deal with or get rid of it? And I think to understand this, we can actually just step back for one moment and ask ourselves why this self-doubt is so crippling in the first place. I think the reason this is so crippling is because the meaning that we're assigning to this self-doubt is, if I fail, I am not good enough as a person. I am inadequate as a person. I didn't make it happen. I suck. I'm terrible at life. You know, I'm terrible at everything. I just never should have done this. I'm such an embarrassment, right? That's kind of the meaning we put here of this means if I try, this is what's going to happen, and this is the meaning that I attach. So we have this really, really big, negative, scary, like dragon type of thing almost that's in our way, and we've built it up so big. What if I fail? What if I fail? Oh my gosh. And no wonder we're so paralyzed and not taking action, right? Because I'm gonna be a little bit more clean looking. So let's say to continue what we just had, but we'll make it smaller. All right, here's us, paralyzed with fear. Something's in the way. We want what we want. The meaning that we're assigning to this is that we're gonna be inadequate and not good enough and a huge failure if this doesn't happen, and we're experiencing this self-doubt because we're not good enough, and obviously if we're doubting ourselves, that means we can't do it, and why else would we be feeling this self-doubt? And it's clearly indicating that, you know, nobody who could really make this happen would be having this self-doubt. And these are kind of the things we tell ourselves, right? But what if the meaning that we assign to this, to the self-doubt, was like this? What if it was just a normal part of the journey? What if this self-doubt meant, oh, okay, I'm experiencing self-doubt. That's what everybody feels as they're doing something new, or as they're doing something exciting, or as they're doing something outside their comfort zone, or outside what they've done before, or something that's really ambitious and incredible, that they're flexing what they're capable of. And so all of a sudden, do you see how we just moved this out of the way and we put it here, and it's just kind of like something that you walk across? Not that it's not a little bit uncomfortable, you know, it's still going to be uncomfortable, it's still going to be scary, but you see how this person's going to make it there, because they can just kind of walk across and say, okay, this self-doubt, it doesn't mean, oh, something's wrong with me, I'm so inadequate, blah, blah, blah. What it actually means is, oh, okay, here's this thing that I'm experiencing that is very normal for what I'm trying to do, and other very successful people and every human being on the planet, they all experience this, especially when they're trying to do something great, something special. So like Viktor Frankl's talking about, now we have put this different meaning on it. And do you guys see how much this actually changes the game for that? What we essentially did here is we went from being completely paralyzed and not taking action because this self-doubt, the meaning that we put is, oh, we're experiencing it, we're not good enough, and we kind of just, we tighten up, right? And we don't take the action. And here we thought, okay, if the meaning on the self-doubt is what we say it is here, which I actually think is true, by the way, I don't think you have to make up something silly and false. I think that we all really do experience self-doubt as we're doing something great. Then this space is kind of a little more free to walk across, and we can actually get to where we want. All right, let me get my Justin's drawing board out of the way. And now guys, obviously there's a lot of things that go into overcoming self-doubt. I mean, that's kind of a lifelong thing in a lot of ways, you know, keeping yourself in a peak state so that you have the energy to get through the self-doubt. And we have the video about that I did with the 10 habits of highly successful people. And of course, you would also want to have good stories about yourself, that you're the type of person which makes this happen. And I've done videos on that and how to reprogram your mind so that you're seeing yourself as the type of person that gets through doubt. And of course, there's massive action involved, right? The more actions we take to break it down, the less scary it's going to be, and the more we can move forward, and the more we can move through this doubt. So clearly, there's actually a lot of pieces to this. But I just really wanted to take this short video to show you about the meaning, because I think that if when we experience doubt, which we all do, guys, everybody does, when we experience doubt, what it means is, obviously, I'm not the type of person to make this happen, because if I was, I wouldn't be feeling this way. With that type of meaning, it makes it almost impossible to act, right? For anybody, no matter who you are, it's just, that's a very paralyzing thought. However, if our new meaning, which by the way, I really believe is true, which is what I tried to do with myself, is this is a normal feeling of a normal, ambitious, exciting adventure process that I'm on, and anyone would be or has felt these things in the past that I'm feeling right now, then it kind of allows you to keep going. It kind of allows you to, even though you're feeling that, to kind of keep taking actions despite that. And guys, for what it's worth, if it's helpful to you, I can tell you that I experienced a ton of self-doubt. You know, when I first started my company, I thought, you know, what the heck am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. And then, you know, as I start to put services together and try to put prices on services, I doubt myself and I say, who am I to do this? And who's gonna pay me to do this? And why do I think that I can make this happen? And I think all these crazy things, and I think them probably many times a day, and I have. anxiety and doubt every day that I deal with and that I try to push through. But I can tell you that one of the most helpful and meaningful things to me of how I've gotten through that self-doubt is just reminding myself, okay, if I'm feeling that anxiety, okay, this is part of my journey to success. This is normal. This is, like I showed you in the picture, kind of like that stepping stone of, yes, this is scary, but it's not out of the ordinary. It's not an indicator that I'm inadequate. It's just an indicator that I'm experiencing a normal, scary part of trying to be successful and do something great and meaningful. So that's something that's really helped me, and I hope it can be helpful for you too. So guys, that's it for this video. I hope that was helpful. I know it's a little bit shorter, just kind of making this one main point of the meaning that we assign to doubt. But I think it's super important. I think it's been something that has been helping me a ton, and doubt is something that I've been struggling a lot with as I set out on my new journey of trying to kind of have my own company and these different services and venture into things that I've never formally done before. And so maybe this can help you too. So whether it's the job you're in, or maybe something romantic related or personal life related or family related or creating a new career, whatever it is that you want to do, you know, just think of this talk of this video, that the next time that you're feeling that and you start to freeze up, notice yourself giving that meaning of, oh, okay, what I'm doing right now is I'm saying that if I do this, I'm gonna fail. I'm feeling this because I'm a failure. You know, if I was able to do this, I would be calm and just do it. That's actually not true. And so notice that, and I want you to think next time you're feeling that, okay, you know, I'm gonna remember what Justin said, that he feels a bunch of anxiety and doubt too, and that this is a normal part of pushing past your comfort zone to do something great. So guys, I hope this is really helpful for you. If you're new here or if you haven't already, please subscribe. It's really a pleasure to be on this journey with you guys, and when you subscribe, it really helps me to have the feedback of knowing if I'm doing something right, if this is valuable, and how I can kind of keep adjusting to add the most value to you guys. So thank you so much for being here. I will see you guys in the next episode, and as always, lots and lots of love. Peace.